Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 193 of the NZXT podcast and the first stream of the NZXT Case-A-Thon. My name is Mike, and with me, as always, is Ivan and my little girl right here, Zelda. How are you doing, Ivan?
How it do, baby boo? As you know, I'm always good. I like to tell people I'm too blessed to be stressed, but I'm excited, man. This is the very first episode of the NZXT Case-A-Thon, and we have a lot of big stuff lined up for the rest of the month. But yeah, this is the first one, man. And for those that don't know and haven't read the blog post, the Case-A-Thon is a very special event where we're going to bring you guys and gals and people exclusive deals, giveaways, and give you a super deep dive into everything you want to know about NZXT cases. So over the next few weeks, we're going to have multiple streams featuring expert insights, PC building tips, and of course, everyone's favorite thing, the reason why everyone's here, free prizes for our community.
That's so. As you can see, right here, I'll show the pre-stream real quick so that you can see. Look at our beautiful graphic, and then behind Ivan right now. So, why are we doing a Case-A-Thon?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Mike. So basically, it's not rocket science. We just wanted to create a fun event where PC builders, whether you're a first-time builder, a professional, just everyone can come together, learn more about NZXT cases, and take advantage of some awesome deals. It's also, I think, a really good opportunity for us to connect directly with the community and answer questions they have about our cases, because we get a lot of them. You, me, and Mayella on the social team here. I don't think a day goes by where we don't get multiple questions about cases. And also, I guess, multiple questions of, can I get a free case, or are these cases on discount, etc. So basically, that's what the Case-A-Thon is. We're just giving our community what they've been asking forever.
Mm-hmm. And I know there's some people in the chat. Oh, there goes Lauren, like saying, "Can I get a free PC?" Well, we're not doing free PCs, but we are doing giveaways on other things. Ivan, do you want to talk a little bit about the giveaways?
Yes, lots and lots of giveaways. But before I get into the giveaways, I want to tease people a little bit. I want to give them the schedule first, Mike.
Okay.
All right. So over the next few weeks, starting today, every single week is going to be a different guest. So today's stream is going to be just you and me explaining what the event is, covering everything that's going to be going on, and then also dropping our very first giveaway. But that's just the beginning. So next, on March 21st, we're going to talk to someone who's been on the podcast before and is, this makes me feel like an old man, but like one of the people that has actually been working at NZXT longer than me. And his name is Kevin. He's our senior product manager, and he's going to go over our entire case lineup. So he's going to go in depth on all the specs, all the features, all the performance, everything that makes NZXT cases stand out from our competitors. He's going to go over that in full detail. After Kevin, on March 28th, we're going to have another special guest. This is Jules. I call him our technical support guru. Jules, he's part of the customer service team, and he writes all the tech support articles on our customer service database. And he is probably sorry, Mike, not to offend you, but smartest person I know besides you, I guess.
Oh no, Jules definitely is. That's not a question.
Yeah, and like I said, I call him our technical support guru because every single time someone asks me a question on social media and I don't know the answer, he's the first person I go to. I'm like, Jules, what the heck is this person asking me? I don't know how to answer. And then he just he knows the answer, and he comes up with all these awesome tech support articles because he firsthand sees all the questions people are asking. So when we have him on March 28th, he's going to answer all the common questions we get about NZXT cases. And as a special treat, he's going to give everyone best practices when it comes to selecting NZXT cases and building inside of them. So if you're curious and you don't know like which case you should get or which case is going to work with your hardware or why you should get a big case or a small case or whatever, that's going to be the stream for you. And finally, last and also least, we have Laurent on April 4th. Laurent has also been on the podcast before. He is our enterprise sales rep. And Laurent, he is the brains and the beauty behind NZXT for Business. And for those that don't know what NZXT for Business is, it's not just for businesses, although I guess technically, you know, schools and esports orgs and things like that are businesses. But basically what Laurent does is he works with all sorts of different types of organizations and he hooks them up. So like he, for example, works with schools like UC Irvine, which is our founder's alma mater. He worked with them to outfit their entire esports arena. And if you walk in that esports arena, you see like dozens of NZXT cases with like the UCI logo and things like that. So he's going to break down what NZXT for Business is, how different types of organizations use NZXT for Business, as well as letting everyone know how different NZXT cases can be tailored for different organization setups. So it's going to be an interesting episode. And every single episode, we're going to have a lot to look forward to. So we're going to have exclusive promotions, giveaways during every stream. And speaking of which, Mike, why don't you just go over the deals we have going on right now?
Yeah, so right now, so for our Case-A-Thon, obviously we're doing a bunch of cool things with these people lined up. I see Lawrence in the chat right now, but we're also doing discounts. So I saw a couple people saying that I've been waiting for a discount to buy some cases. I'll go ahead and show off some of them on Amazon, but you can type in !deals in the chat to see what we have, but I'll just show a couple of them real quick. Here we go. Let me make this a little smaller. So you can see here, there's some NZXT deals going on right now. We have like our C850 Gold or H9 Elite. So I see some people wanted some H9s. You can get some on Amazon for a deal. We got some Kraken, some cases, motherboards, even some peripherals. So you have our Function 2, our F240 RGB core fans, and single frame fans. We have a bunch of different things going on right now. So you guys can take a look at those. We also have some other deals going on. Let's show off the other one. Here we go. Let me show off the cases real quick. So here, you can kind of show off all the awesome cases. So if you guys are confused, I know we actually get a lot of these questions before. It's like, what's the difference between the H5, H7, H6, H1, H9? This page right here is actually a really good indicator of what each kind of case is. Let me go ahead and this real quick as well. Hold on. And sorry, I can't show off this page, but there's a bunch of awesome deals going on right now. Ivan specifically told me not to show off, so I'll make sure. But you can see right here, we got some deals of like the H5 Flow, the H7 Flow, the H5 Flow, black and non-RGB. We have a ton of different deals going on. Let's see, H7 Flows, H9s. We'll have some Kraken ones available later. We have a bunch of different deals going on right now. So take a look at it. Yeah, see right there. Take a look at these guys because there are some really fun cases, and honestly cases are getting cheaper now, definitely cheaper than GPUs and CPUs now, so I think you guys should definitely take advantage of this, especially if you guys are looking to upgrade your case.
So during the entire Case-A-Thon, you'll be able to save up to 26% on NZXT cases on Amazon.com. So if you go to Amazon, search NZXT, it'll pop up. If you're typing it in the web browser, just type nzxt.co/Amazon. If you're watching live, just type exclamation deals. And if you don't live in a region where these deals are going on, just go to nzxt.com/retailers. There's also deals not specifically tied to this or the same as this, but I do know that some of our retailers also have deals on cases right now. So there's that.
Yeah, for those outside the US, nzc.com/retailers is a great place to check because I personally don't know the stock of those, but the retailers could stock up on things that maybe sold out here and vice versa. So definitely take a look at those if you're outside of the US. Oh yeah, so the main thing that I know some people are here for.
I'm sorry.
Was it?
I forgot to take off my jacket, and I've been like zipping it and unzipping it and making a lot of noise. So
I haven't heard it I haven't heard it at all. But I know there's some people here that want free things. So Ivan, what giveaways are we actually doing?
All right. So if you're tuned in live, type exclamation giveaway in the chat. And like I said, throughout the entire Case-A-Thon, we're going to be giving away NZXT, all these different NZXT cases that we're talking about on stream. And I honestly could not figure out like which ones to give away. So I just said, you know what? Screw it. Let's just let the winners pick whatever case they want. So each stream, we're going to have 3 winners. And each winner is going to tell us which case they want, what color they want, and that's the prize. So I think that's pretty cool, Mike. What do you think?
I mean, usually we go like, okay, we'll throw away like an H5 out there for people. We'll throw some H7s or maybe Krakens or maybe peripherals, stuff like that. But we are allowing you guys to choose any of these cases for you. Yes, Sage, whatever case I want. Yes, exactly.
So so to enter, all you have to do is to, type exclamation giveaway in the chat. You'll get a link and enter that way. And if, the more streams you tune into, the more giveaways you enter, the better your chances are at winning and snagging up some of these cases. And if you stick around to the end of the stream, you get a secret word that gets you a bunch of bonus entries into the giveaways. So you'll increase your chances even further. But wait, Mike, there's more.
Yes.
If you're an NZXT Club member, you're in for a very special treat. So NZXT Club members during the Case-A-Thon are going to be able to get Poochie points 2 different ways. The first way is by RSVPing to the stream. So if you go to nzxt.co/club, enter the club, you're going to see a new tab there. I probably should have sent it to you, Mike, so you can show it on stream. But it's the events tab now. So that's new. It literally just launched for this event. And you can RSVP to every single Case-A-Thon stream, and you get 500 Poochie points for each stream that you RSVP into. And if you tune in live, you can also earn more Poochie points by watching the stream. So let me break it down. So the longer you tune in, the more points you're going to earn. So if you're an NZXT Club member and tuned into the stream, the first 15 minutes you're tuned in, you're going to get 500 Poochie points. And then if you're tuned in for 30 minutes, you're going to get 1,000 Poochie points. And I see the chat here, all these different people earning Poochie points.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
You love to see it. Perfect timing. I totally planned that. And if you're tuned in for 60 minutes, you're going to get 5,000 Poochie points. And if you're listening or watching and you have no idea what I'm talking about and you're confused what a Poochie point is or what an NZXT Club is all about, it's very simple. It's a way for our community to get rewarded for engaging with us on social media, basically. And you can learn more about the NZXT Club at nzxt.co/club. And this is something it actually originally launched 2017, 2018, around there. And the original version of this was basically just a Discord server. But now it's evolved into something much more. Check it out. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, you guys, it's basically just participate in our Discord server and you get to participate in, oh my god, there's so many people joining in, which is great. Basically join in, participate, and then enter into chance to win giveaways. I literally send out like a bunch of stuff. We sent out cases, Poochie plushes, let's see, peripherals, everything you can think of. Literally, it's free stuff for free things. Everyone loves free things, except for us, but it's okay. It's worth it.
Yes.
Let's see. Okay, so we talked about just to summarize real quick, we talked about the event schedule. So we're doing 3 extra streams. We have one on next week with Kevin, the week after with Jules, and then after that with Lauren, who is in the chat right here. We have discounts up to 26% on Amazon. You guys do the exclamation point deals in the chat or nzxt.co/Amazon. There's also a bunch of other deals too, not just cases. There's also a bunch of other deals going on, for like Kraken coolers and fans and stuff like that. So take a look at that as well. We are also doing giveaways, like we just talked about. Right now, you guys can choose, and the giveaway is global. I saw someone ask in chat, right, Ivan?
It's global, baby.
Yep, so anyone can participate. We talked about the club, participate more points, give you even more free things. And now let's go ahead and wrap up. Let's give a breakdown of basically what cases we're going to actually highlight. So Ivan, do you want to do that real quick for me?
Yeah, so the first one we want to talk about is the H5 Flow. Mike, can you pull that case up, please?
Yes, I'll show up both of them just so people can see both of them as well.
So the H5 Flow is a compact mid-tower case designed and optimized for airflow. And the beautiful thing about this case in particular is just, for me, like, is the evolution of it. I know you're showing the old one there with the famous toilet fan.
I love the toilet fan.
Yeah, pull up the new one.
It is.
Are we dropping?
Oh, hello. No, we're good.
Oh, my stream is lagging here. I'm on Wi-Fi. So yeah, anyway, I was saying the beautiful thing to me is the evolution of this case, because when and I saw a message here earlier in the chat, like I think it was actually from Laurent of all people, bring back the H510 Elite. So the H510 Elite, it's probably, I don't have the numbers off the top of my head, but I think it's probably like the #1 selling case in the history of NZXT.
Is it really?
And I think so.
Wow.
Like in 21 years we've been in business, and the reason for that is because I think twofold. #1 is because it was really cheap, and #2, it's also like very just simple. Like it was nothing really fancy. It was just like a simple case that was cheap, that was like all steel, great quality, etc. But it had severe limitations. The biggest limitation obviously was airflow. And for those that have been following NZXT for a while, you probably know the airflow meme. And NZXT was not known for having the best airflow in cases, and the H510 was one of those reasons. So the case evolved into the H5, and then eventually the H5 Flow. We added mesh panels, etc., and then more cooling support on the top, in the bottom, the toilet fan and everything. But now with the new one, the H5 Flow 2024 edition, it's basically like the most you can pack into a compact mid-tower case. And I'll save the juicy details for when Kevin is on the stream, but like you can have, radiators in the front, top, rear. You can have 360 uh radiator in the front. So it's basically the specs of like our biggest cases in a really compact form factor, which I think is pretty cool. And apart from that, it also has great airflow, which, it's not a meme anymore. NZXT actually is known for having good airflow now, which is, I never thought I would see the day, Mike.
I never
But
thought I'd see today either.
yeah. All right. The next case we want to highlight. So we're going to skip the H6, not because we don't like it, but because it's not part of the promotions going on right now. But it's going to be the H7 Flow. And in my opinion, take it with a grain of salt because I'm just a guy, random guy on the internet here. But I think the H7 Flow is perfect for those that want to maximize cooling along with having spacious interior for like high performance parts, right?
It's what I'm rocking right
Um,
now. Yeah.
yeah. And the reason why I say it's perfect is because you can literally fit just about anything in this case and it's going to fit great. 420 rad, check. 360 rad, check. 280, 240, whatever. It looks great with the unibody fans on the bottom. You can fit literally any size GPU in this thing, and it's just gonna look great.
I got a 4090 in
And
mine right now, and yeah, there's so much extra room available still.
yeah, and similar to the H5, this case has evolved a lot too. The original version of this was the H710, which was probably, I think, the second best-selling case from NZXT. And like I said, I don't have the actual, so I can't give you the quantities. But if you just Google NZXT, I'm sure you're going to find tons of builds in the old cases. And the evolution of this case has also been fun to see. Like at first it was just like a closed front panel, closed top panel, and everyone was like, how the heck does air go in here? And like the air was going in and out through these little vents on the side, which looked cool but was not the best for like performance reasons. And now you look at it and it's just like holes everywhere, and it's taller, fits more hardware, etc. So this case is also I think going to be fun to talk about once we have Kevin on here next week. The next case, Mike, I want to talk about is probably my favorite one.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, it's my favorite case of all time.
It's not my favorite case of all time, but it's my favorite case at the moment. And that's the H9 Flow. And I think this is the best case for those who want to balance aesthetic and performance. And this along with the H9 Elite, like I think the H9 Elite is basically like the daddy of them all when it comes to like being the ultimate show off. But the reason why this case is my favorite case of all, not all time, but like at the moment, is because it really surprised me. Like I didn't even think, like the first time I saw this in person, I thought this looks really cool, but this thing is too big. Like I don't think I would want this on my desk. And then when we announced it, like we couldn't keep it in stock. Like it was just sold out. We even had to make a script, Mike, remember, on social media for people asking for the H9 availability because it was just, selling like crazy. I think people really liked it. And I think people really like it for good reason because not only can you fit like a ton of hardware, like it supports I think 12 fans, like or no more because you can do push pull. It supports three, well, 16 fans, Mike. You can put 16 fans on this thing, which is a lot of fans. So not only can you fit like a lot of hardware in there. I think once it's actually in there and you fire it up, like I don't think there's a case in existence that does as good a job as the H9 as showing it off. And I see you have the H9 flow up, but you should probably show the H9 Elite
Yeah,
because that one shows it off even more.
show the elite builds actually.
And the other thing too about this case is not only like is it a show off, it has excellent performance. So I think this is like, even though yes, it's big for a reason, and I don't know, I liked it. Like I said, it's my favorite case at the moment.
I mean, that's the thing though, is like you people want the aesthetics, and in order to get the aesthetics, you need size because you don't like, especially like for our H1s. Like our H1, for those that don't know, was our small form factor case. Literally, like it looks like an Xbox basically. And with how big graphics cards now and how everything is just getting bigger and bigger, you need something more to basically fit everything in. So now we have
Yeah.
something that looks great in it and can fit any product inside of it right now.
What's your favorite NZXT case of all time?
All time is the S340, and specifically for those that don't know, is the S340 Hyper Beast. I gotta show this off real quick. Like the S340 Hyper Beast is straight up the most beautiful case I think we've ever done ever. Like, look at this, guys. This is sick. This is amazing. I had an S340 Elite. I think it was I had the blue stripe, and then I got an H500 when I started interning at NZXT. Then I transitioned from the H500 to, I think, the H5 Flow when it first came out, then H6, and then now H7.
You want to see a cool NZXT case? You should look up the NZXT Gamma.
Oh, I remember seeing this. I've never like personally have seen it, but this is such an interesting way of doing it. Interesting. The little jagged edges right here.
Doesn't it look like a little like Pac-Man machine
It
or something?
does. It looks like a little arcade machine.
Right? Like I want to put like a little joystick on there with some buttons.
What about you, Ivan? What's your favorite? Is it the fan
All time,
Manta?
no, my all-time favorite NZXT case is Manta.
Yeah.
That's the reason why that's my all-time favorite case is because it's a mini ITX case, and when we first released it, everyone thought we were crazy. They were like, "This is too big for a mini ITX case." But the reason it's so big is because it's the only mini ITX case that has ever existed that can support this amount of hardware. So you can do a push-pull radiator in the front and the top up to 280 millimeters. You can put a relatively big graphics card in there. It actually does have good cooling, believe it or not, despite having the flat panels in the front and top. Because of those curves, there's actually like a lot of air holes around the whole perimeter of the case. So airflow does flow pretty good in and out of this case. You can also fit a really big air cooler in there. Like I prefer air cooling over liquid. So I don't know. To me, this is like the coolest case we ever made, and it's 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 still my personal case that I have, and I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of it. I think like there's a lot of NZXT cases where I think you can say like, oh, that's my favorite, and for different reasons. But I feel like
Oh,
NZXT is primarily known for cases. When I first started working here, all we did was cases and coolers, and now we do a lot more. But it's always been interesting to me to see like the evolution of NZXT cases because they're designed for a reason. The reason being like, yes, they want to have like a certain aesthetic, but they also want to make it very simple and easy to build in. There's like a lot of things on these cases that you don't find in other cases, or if you do find them, it's because they were inspired by NZXT. So an example would be, the H440 in 2014. That was the very first case that ever in the whole world that ever got rid of an optical drive bay. And when we got rid of an optical drive bay, people thought NZXT was crazy. If you look at the original reviews of the H440, people were complaining about not having an optical drive bay because they didn't know how they were going to install video games. Like, how am I going to even install Windows on this thing if I don't have a CD-ROM? And now, you don't see any case that has an optical drive bay. The H440, it was also the very first case to have that big of a side panel with like that you could look inside of. First case to have lit up LED or a PSU shroud like that, and that also lights up. So a lot of industry first on that case. And then going back even further, to 2012, the NZXT Phantom was actually the very first PC case that was white, believe it or not.
Really?
Before that, yeah. Before that, cases were they were funky colors. So I should probably start at the beginning. Like at the beginning, PC cases were beige boxes, basically. Beige or beige and gray. And then Johnny, when he started the company in 2003 to 2004, he decided to make the NZXT Guardian because there was no like case that he thought would really look nice on a gamer's desk, right? So he designed the Guardian when he was, I think, 16 years old, and it looks basically like a transformer. And this thing was like the first case out there that really broke the mold, I think. It inspired like a lot of different companies to get crazy with their designs. It was the first case too to have like a lot of different colors, and even like a transparent side panel you can see inside of. Like the front opened up, had like RGB lights, like the night red. Really cool. But anyway, when this case got super popular and like all these other companies started doing the same thing, Johnny flipped the script again, and with the Phantom. And that's what I mean when I say it's like the first case that was white, because when the Phantom came out, cases were like really funky looking, like this one. They were gaming cases. They were like super elaborate, crazy designs, and the Phantom was like a return to simplicity. Giant cases. I don't know if you've never seen. You're probably wondering how people even had these cases. They look like portable air conditioners. They're massive, but they're cool. I mean, I think a lot of people, when they think of NZXT, they probably, the first thought they have is of the Phantom, I think. It's a
going from the Guardian here. I'll show like the going from the Guardian here and then seeing the difference to like an H9 Elite is insane. Like how big of a difference it goes just from these cases with like all the cool like colors and everything to now everyone just wants a nice little box that has glass and I can fit RGB. Insane.
Yeah. You should look up another case, Mike. Look up the NZXT Apollo.
Oh, I've heard of this one. I've not actually seen this one yet. What is this little knob thing here? Is that how you open the panel?
It's just a little knob. I don't know.
Whoa.
Philly Nux says in the chat, my son's very first build of his own was in an NZXT Phantom. He worked 2 jobs and saved for 6 months for everything. When he pushed that cart full of PC components out of Micro Center, neither of us could be more proud. Well, until I made him stop so I could take a picture in front of people. Oh, that's awesome. I love hearing stories like that, man.
Sage just goes, can you imagine showing an H9 Elite to people back then with the gray box? But I was thinking, like, people would think you're crazy because look, remember how small like the old graphics cards where they're literally just like a single line? It would look insane in that case.
Yeah, I wonder what people think. P&W Tech says, the thing I love about RGB is that it gives you the same crazy color options you had on the old cases, but you aren't stuck with a single style. Good point. Rutso says, guys, hear me out. We put a handle. There's actually NZXT does have a mini ITX case. Or was it mini ITX or was it micro? I think it was micro ATX that actually had a carrying handle. I forgot the name of it. Let me see if I can find it for you. Catherine saying, "Oh, we showing off setups. We should do another setup."
That setup, the
stream.
setups episode was really fun. Actually, seeing people's like live reactions and stuff was really fun.
Yeah,
Intergraphic is good.
I think another interesting case from the past, Mike, is the NZXT Lexa. You seen that one?
I believe so. Let me see. Lexa? Yes, I've seen this one. The weird like front that looks like Among Us.
It says.
Doesn't it
Here,
look like a little Among Us character?
Here, I got something for you, Mike, to pull up on stream.
Okay.
Hold on. This is the timeline of NZXT cases.
Let me see. Hold on. Yeah. Log in. Oop. You guys can't see my password. Hold on. Just making sure. Okay, good. Okay, authenticated. Oh yeah, this is the timeline of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You show that.
All right. So here, let me
About to go down memory lane.
there you go. Here we go. All right. So I have to keep an eye on this one. So moved it here. So started with the Guardian 2005 with the silver box, the Nemesis, Lexa, Nemesis Elite, Trinity, the Duet. What the heck is this thing? What the heck is this thing?
I'm sure there's cases on here where people did not even know.
There's some that I've never even heard of.
So that one right
Adamas?
there, the Hush in 2007.
Oh, I remember
at
this
the
one.
very bottom. The Hush was is that, for those that don't know, it actually, that's what the H stands for, right? Or ended up standing for in our cases. It came from this case.
Oh, that's what it came from.
Yeah, and the reason is because this case, we called it Hush because it was supposed to be quiet. So it has sound dampening foam on the panels. And then it became the H series with the H440. And then over time, it, like the sound dampening stuff, it went away. But we just kept the H name. We just like the letter H.
So cool.
Look at the Rogue up there.
Yeah, like this looks like a boombox. Like these it's crazy to see how cases from literally 20 years ago to now have changed. Like H7 Flow with, super thin front, glass panel and everything, to the boombox and a Rogue in 2008 is insane.
Should we show them what's in the 2025 tab?
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and show them that. Wow,
These are some funky looking cases, man.
Vulcan looks interesting too. Like, look at this. Look at the weird ridge here, and then the the airflow panel. I assume. Like, look at
Yeah.
this thing. It's literally jutting out of the case.
So pull up the one right next to that on the right, the source.
The Source 210. Yes.
So that's the, for those that don't know, that is the reason we went with the letter S on the like S340 is
Source 3.
because
Yeah.
the Source series was like our really like entry level budget friendly series, and that also changed over time. And this was actually the precursor to the H5, was this case right here. This case evolved into the S340, which evolved into the H510, which evolved into the H5 you see now.
Yeah. So it looks like once it hit S340 and S340, really S340 Elite. Actually, no, S340, S340 Elite. It really started to go into the side glass panel that everyone has now.
It was the I would say the H440 in 2014. And then if you look at the H630 2013, this was this was the case that became the H440. It was literally that one where, and we just said, okay, let's get rid of the optical drive bay, put a giant window on the side, and let's just cover the PSU shroud. And then that's the one where everyone was like, NZXT is going crazy. How am I gonna install my video games? And I don't know, it inspired a generation, Mike.
Yeah, and then look at this. And then once it hit H like 2017, then it's just everything. Glass panel. And then we went to the airflows. And then now this is where we are. It's so cool seeing the history of NZXT. It is a really cool thing.
There should be a poster, right?
Yeah, honestly, we should. Okay. There was a question that I wrote down. I don't know if we want to save this for like when Kevin comes on. But from Delsus09, do you ever want to make a bigger leap from your existing design aesthetics?
Well, that's a great question, but they're asking the wrong people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's definitely a question for Kevin. But personally, you know, like if it were up to me, I don't necessarily think I would want to make a huge leap from our current design aesthetics, because I do think I do think I'm obviously biased because I work here, but I do think we have the best looking cases, you know, of all time, not just now, but like ever. Like you just showed that timeline. Like if you were to compare NZXT cases with other cases during that time, I would probably still say like NZXT has the best looking ones. So personally, I wouldn't want to make a bigger leap from what we currently got going on.
Kind of like what we have right now.
Not like design wise, aesthetic wise, but maybe I would maybe want to take a leap, like with like maybe like performance. Like if I was in charge of cases, I would probably feel like how crazy I can get. Like, you know, I was talking about the Manta earlier. I would probably see if I can do like what's the craziest I can get with the mini ITX case. But imagine a mini ITX case with a 420 radiator or something like that.
I don't even know that would be mini or micro at that point. Make them pink. Oh, we should make more like fun colors. I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Harley Hart wants some pink cases.
I think we should go some funny routes, you know, like we do like pink cases, or we do like some crazy color schemes where it's like neon yellow and green and all these ones. I thought that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Did we want to go into announcement, Ivan?
Yeah, I think we covered everything that we got going on for the Case-A-Thon. I don't think we missed anything. So just to recap, all month long, we're gonna have special guests. Today was just me and Mike explaining what's going on, giving you a overview of the giveaways, the guests, and whatnot. Next week, we're gonna have Kevin, senior product manager at NZXT. He's gonna go over the entire NZXT case lineup. We're gonna go in depth on specs, performance, features that make NZXT cases stand out. On March 28th, we're going to have Jules from the customer service team. He's going to answer all the most common questions we get about NZXT cases. He's going to give everyone best practices when it comes to selecting an NZXT case and building in them. And last and also least, Laurent, the ghost with the most. He is going to be talking about NZXT for business and how different orgs can use different NZXT cases with their setups. Every single stream, we're going to have giveaways where people can win an NZXT case of their choice, and the entire month, if you go to Amazon and you buy an NZXT case, we're going to have a lot of them on sale, up to 26% off. And for more information, if you don't want to remember everything I just said, go to the NZXT blog. It's all written down right there for you.
Beats. Okay, so let me go ahead and go to announcements. And I know some people are here for the secret code for the giveaway, but let me go into some announcements first. And then let's see. Yep. So nzxt.co/Amazon while it's on sale. You can go !deals, see what we have. We have stuff up to 26% off, and we have stuff that's even on sale for like fans and motherboards and peripherals and stuff like that. So take a look at the nzxt.co/Amazon. You can take a look at what we're doing, like we do what Ivan just recapped for the Case-A-Thon. You go to nzxt.co/blog just to make sure you guys get the dates and the times right. Remember, we're Pacific Standard Time. That's a huge thing that some people have missed out before. Okay, we're good. Okay. Where was I at? Oh yeah, so sign up for the NZXT club. Go to nzxt.co/club, join in, get Poochie points, and then from there you guys get free stuff. You can join in free giveaways and stuff like that. Follow at NZXT on all social media platforms from Twitter or X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everything you can do. Let's see. Yes, full refresh, please. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, please don't tell me it crashed again. I think we're good.
Let's just hurry up before it crashes.
Yeah,
again.
we'll just hurry up. Email podcast at NZXT on all social media platforms, or email at podcast at NZXT.com, and let us know what you think about the Case-A-Thon. Okay. I'll give you guys a code before it breaks up again. This could be a weird editing process for the stream today, but we'll figure it out. And then for those that are joining us, we are giving away a case out to people. Again, if you guys join, make sure to do all the entries, and because you guys have been here and joining us live and tuning in with us on our NZXT Twitch, I'm going to give you guys a secret code that gives you guys 500 extra entries into the giveaway. That's why I was saying thank you for joining us. Ivan, do you have anything before I give the code out and before I crash again, hopefully?
Don't forget to spay and neuter your chinchilla.
Yes. I don't know if NCC Chill's in here, but we're planning on neutering him. We don't need more of him around. Okay, so let me go ahead and give you guys the code that gives you 500 extra entries. So thank you guys for joining us. I'm going to end this quick so I don't crash. Thank you guys for joining us. Remember to tune in live every Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, especially for our Case-A-Thon on the official NCC Twitch. And don't forget to listen to previous episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Got any questions for us, send an email to podcast@nzxt.com or tag at NZXT on social media platforms. The code is Catch a Case. Catch a Case is the code for 500 extra entries. That's my way of saying thank you guys for joining us live. And we're really excited to do this Case-A-Thon. And I'm going to fix my PC before it explodes. So I don't know what's going on. So thank you guys. Have a good weekend.